class? Any doubts anyone till previous class? Can anyone summarize me what has happened in the last class?
Sir, we did problems on transfer equation.
We started module number 2.
Sums and transfer functions.
Yeah. So we started module number 2. So in that I told what is the syllabus coverage, what they kept for module 2. So I told 3 topics will come there. So transfer function, block diagram and signal flow graph. Correct? Huh? So transfer function is what we started. So and I told that is the basic point. So how to get a transfer function for the given electrical system, we have tried to solve few problems also. And I told it will come for 6 to 8 marks. So then today we will deal with your next major concept, that is your block diagram representation. So just a second, let me share the screen. Is it visible, guys? Share screen is happened.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anybody have doubts with the transfer function? If you have, you should ask. So input is provided to any system. So then we are going to get the output depending upon the response of the system. So combination of input and response is what we are going to get as a transfer function. So we are represented as R of t as input, C of t as output, and t as your response. Then I told you to apply a Laplace transform. So then you are going to get a formula to calculate your transfer function. T of s is equals to C of s by R of s. So is it what done till there? Let's proceed with the next topic, everyone. You just check out is this block diagram is visible. So is this block diagram visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Just 1 minute. Just hold on, guys. Just 1 sec. Just 1 sec. Yeah, audible, guys? Is it audible? That PDF is visible? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's move on to the next main topic from this module number 2, that is called as block diagram representation. So as I said in the last class, transfer function you can expect for 6 to 8 marks. So I hope you got how the transfer function problem will occur. So after that, the remaining 32 marks will be split for 2 questions. So you can expect transfer function maybe with respect to block diagram question, and you may get one signal flow graph full complete question. Okay, so that is how that 40 marks has been splitted. So let's move on to block diagram. So I told you in the last class, block diagram and signal flow graph are nothing but what? Are nothing but a pictorial representation. You can represent a picture way with respect to a given system. Okay, so you can represent any block diagram or signal flow graph to function. So whenever you have a complex networks with you, so solving using a differential algebraic equation will be difficult. So that time we'll always prefer this block diagram as well as signal flow graph. Okay, so what I told, block diagram or signal flow graph is nothing but a pictorial representation of your system. So a normal differentiation and algebraic equation can be obtained using this block diagram directly, and time consumption is good. So you can reduce the time, and the complexity reduction of equation is also be good. Okay, and this block diagram doesn't involve any physical characteristics required in a system. Then lastly, we can draw the diagrams using some blocks. That set of blocks is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, so before that, is it fine what I told to everyone? So I just showed few points on the block diagram. Is it okay till there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it is very simple to construct the block diagram for bigger and complicated system. So instead of going the physical components present in the system, if you go with respect to block diagram wise, we can do the reduction technique. So ultimate goal I told you yesterday, nothing but to find a transfer function. So the same way you can represent using signal flow graph also. So alignment is different, but ultimate goal to achieve both block diagram as well as signal flow graph is clear, that it is helpful for obtaining or finding the transfer function of any given system. Okay, so let's proceed with some set of rules and some set of procedure to solve this block diagram problem. So before that, you can see the 3 elements on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so the 3 major elements involved in this block diagram are called as a block. So you can see a block like this. So as we said in the previous class, input followed by output, then followed by your transfer function, nothing but your g of s is what we're going to call the transfer function that we'll discuss while writing equations. So you just remember the 3 points. One is called block, one is called summing point, and one more is called branch point. So we can call this branch point as a takeaway point also. So I'll repeat. So 3 major elements involved in block diagram. So the block, you can see the blocks as in a box form. Then the summing point, addition or subtraction of 2 or more signals. Whenever addition or subtraction of 2 or more signals are required, so summing point will come to picture. You can look at the diagram here. So A is one signal, B is one signal. So both is having plus plus. So you can call it as A plus B. If I mention minus here, it becomes A minus B. Okay. So last one is a branch point. So you can see there is G, that is G name but your transfer function. So here I can mark the point. So that point we can move depending upon the situation and application of your system. So few system we need to do reduction technique. That time we have to move this branch point ahead or behind. Ahead means front and ahead, behind means backward. Okay. So branch point, you can see the dot there, right? So it's told other name is also called as takeaway point. Takeaway point or branch point, both are same. So is this 3 point is okay to everyone? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So next, after this major topic, three elements, then comes our reduction technique. So block diagram reduction technique means some set of rules we are supposed to follow or steps to be followed whenever you want to reduce any block diagram. Okay. So there are some set of rules, nearly 10 rules are there. So we will keep that last 10th and 11th at the end because they are called as some critical rules that we will keep later. So before that, we'll try to analyze the simple reduction techniques. Then we can go ahead with the later remaining part. Okay. So you just look at the rules to be followed now. So we'll go with rule number one. Is it visible, guys? So whenever there is a combination of blocks in series, or other name for series is called cascade. So whenever you see the blocks, you can see the blocks here. So G1, G2 are called blocks, as we showed at earlier, three elements. You can look at here. If we connect n number of blocks in series, then I can make it to one single block with help of multiplication. So series combination of n number of blocks is going to become an equivalent block with the help of multiplication of block as G1, G2, G3, so on to just one block with giving G1, G2, so on. Is it fine? So A is a simple input part. If I provide any input signal to my block G1, it is a product. It's A into G1. Then that A into G1, if I give to G2, that becomes A G1, G2. So same way, we can write this two block to a single block. We will give the same output as the first one. Is it fine with the first rule?
No, sir.
What? No, sir. You want me to repeat? Someone said no, sir, for what? Yeah. Is it visible or not? Yeah.
Visible, sir.
You want me to repeat the rule number one once more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So as we started block diagram, I told these are the three major elements. See, in model number one, you had something called mass, dashpot, spring, right? So same way in this block diagram technique, you have some rules such as block, summing point and branch point. We have to play with this to do the reduction technique of any given system. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell now is a set of rules to be followed to do any reduction technique. I will just go to this paint, just check out. Is it visible? Paint is visible, guys.
Yes, sir.
So what we're telling is, if we have n number of blocks, so this is called blocks, what I'm writing now. Is it visible what I'm writing? So if you have n number of blocks connected in series, see there will be one big system. So the thing what I'm writing is inside that system now. So input is fed here, output is taken here. So we done some system in between this, right? So inside that, if we find the blocks in this manner, then what is the rule number one says is what I'm trying to explain. Okay. So assume that these three blocks are chained like a series or a cascade connection. So if we call this as G1, G2 and G3. So rule number one tells if we find any blocks connected in series, instead of writing three blocks, I can reduce it to a one single block. I can replace this complete three block to one single block with the help of rule number one. It says you need to do product. So product means nothing but a multiplication. So I will reduce this to single block with help of a formula called as G1, G2, G3. Is it clear now? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me come back to that PDF. So parallel write in that paint also. You can look at the first rule is done. So combination of blocks in cascade or series. So n number of blocks, if you can find in series, I can reduce it to one block like this. So same way, if you find any parallel combination, You can look at here. So parallel combination. So what is this? The cursor is moving. What it is called as? What is the name I gave for this diagram?
Summing.
Good. Summing point. So whenever you find the blocks in parallel, you can look at here. It's in parallel combination. Then I can reduce it to a single block called as G1 plus G2. So is it fine? The rules number 2 is okay. Series means multiplication. Parallel means addition. Okay to everyone? So if we have a block, so G1, so if I connect one more, and if I connect n number, so it is not restricted to 1 or 2, it can connect n number. So all this will be connected to one summing point. Okay, so this summing point, so if you find, so this is input output. Okay, so if you find G1, G2, G3 in parallel like this, then I can reduce it to a single block. So that single block will have the formula as addition of all three. So G1 plus G2 plus G3. So we are trying to analyze the set of rules to be followed to analyze your reduction technique of block diagram based. Is it okay? Rule number 2. Everyone?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's come back to rule number 3 now. So after understanding combination of two blocks, cascade, how it looks, parallel, how it looks, then moving to the third rule, it says moving the branch point ahead of a block. So I hope you remember the branch point here. Look at here. This is what the branch point I told. What is the other name I told for branch point?
Take away point.
Good. So take away point is what one more set of name we can give. See, because few textbooks will tell branch point, few textbooks will tell take away point. So you should not have any confusion. So in the exam, whichever they give, you just stick on to the procedure. Okay. So if you find such kind of branch point, you can look at here. So we can do the branch point moving in two ways. One ahead. Head means in front. Similarly, from front to back, both possibilities are there. So whenever you're moving this, you can look at the cursor, what I'm showing. This point, if you move ahead, ahead means front. If it comes like this, then instead of G, I should write it as 1 by G. Why? Because it's G into 1 by G. If you take back, you should get the same answer. Arthat, you can draw. Is it okay, guys, everyone? Look at here. I'm giving A. Output is also A. So same thing I should do after moving my branch point ahead. You can look at here. A is given. So to G. So from this point, I'm getting AG. So what should I multiply in this block such a way that I should get only A is a task. So if I multiply 1 by G, so GG will get cancelled. Left out is A. Is it clear? Is it
No,
clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, someone mute it. Whenever you want to talk, you can unmute. Otherwise, let it muted. So first two rules are okay with everyone? First two rules are okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I am explaining rule number 3. It is called moving off breakaway point. Okay. See, this will understand clearly when you solve the problem, but you should know what are the rules you should apply by seeing the problem. For that purpose, I am telling you. So assume that A is an input given to G. Okay. So what is the output from this? It says it's AG. It's a product, right? So A is multiplied with G to get AG. So now assume that there is a breakaway point here. So I'm marking a breakaway point here. right? So now what it has made? It has made your A and G separate. See, A is one input, that is one block. G is one more block. If both are in series, then only you can write it as AG. Agree with this point what I told?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now assume that there is some point in between these two. So then I can't write this as AG. Agree? Yes or no? So in the exam, they will give a point in between this A and G, that is your block 1 and block 2. If they fix any point here, that point is called as breakaway point, what I told. Breakaway point or takeoff point. So if this point is there, you can't treat this two as a series. Then there should be some rule to be taken place such a way that I should move this further. Then this A and G become free to do cascade. Agree? Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
That is where your breakaway point move ahead come to picture. I hope the things are clear to everyone now. So for that purpose, I am moving this point further. So if I move this point further, then there should not be alteration to my original circuit. For that purpose, I am multiplying a new block with 1 by G. So if you do this multiplication of 1 by G, whatever A is given, so same way will come out here. Why? Because after moving this point, the output is AG, is series. So I want only A means what I should multiply here. It's 1 by G. So AG into 1 by G, if you multiply, then GG will get cancelled. What is the thing left out? So left out is only A. That is what we want. Is it clear, everyone? So when you should move this breakaway point ahead, so whenever you find such kind of logic, see here only I will show the example G1, G2, G3, right? So assume that there is a breakaway point here. So then what will happen? I can make G1, G2 as series. I can't make the combination of that in series with this because of the presence of this point. Then the rule number 3 comes. You move this ahead by giving a new block called as 1 by G3 such a way that there should not be any alteration. Then I can give this in the series combination. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubts, anyone? Shall I proceed with the rule number 4, or anybody want rule number 3 to be explained once more? So I hope you got the logic when to move this. So rule number 3 understood here, moving the branch point ahead of block. See, if you're not able to understand these rules, what I'm teaching, then you can't solve the problem. For that purpose, try to have some knowledge when to move what to do the reduction technique. That is what the agenda. So is this two diagram is visible and is it understood or not? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So same way we can have a scenario where you can find this type of thing. Okay. So it may have with respect to what? It may have with respect to your before also. So what you did it was here, right? I moved from here to here. So moving the branch point ahead of block. So from here to here I moved. So there may be some cases where I should move reverse category also. Reverse category means from here to here. So then what is the thing you should do? That is what the meaning of rules to be followed. Okay. So moving the branch point before. So now currently it is present here. Okay. So if you want some operations such a way that the reduction is not at all possible, then I can take over this to this point such a way that I am going to multiply with only G, because earlier I did 1 by G, right? So if you take the reverse operation, so what I should multiply here? It's G. So ultimate answer is same. Look at this. A is given to G. You got AG. So here also if you take it's AG only. If you are moving this point before your block, then how it looks? Look at this expression and look at this expression. It should be matching. That is what the meaning of the rules. So is it matching? AG is matching with this AG? Is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Everyone?
sir.
So you just have an idea when you should apply what. So depending upon the problem, you should decide. So now in the first category, we have moved this here, right? So assume that same a case may occur where I have to reduce a block. So let me show one simple example here. Paint is visible?
Yes, sir. Rajiv.
Yeah. So G1, G2. So G1 is here. Okay. So now earlier what we got, I placed one point here. So I moved further so that I can make this is free. So you have to go reverse way. Assume that, so there are two blocks like this. So if I connect G3 here, okay, you can do this two operation what? If there is a summing point here, assume that there is a summing point, you can do what combination of these two guys? When you find two blocks in parallel,
G1 plus
parallel, you can
G3.
reduce it to G1 plus G3.
G2.
Cut up. So
G2
G1 plus G3. So then what is the answer for this equivalent? So after understanding the first three, I mean first four, so here only you'll get idea now. So G1 remains G1 only. G2, G3 become what, guys? G1, G2 plus G3. Sign up.
Yes, sir.
So I will write a separate block. So this becomes G2 plus G3. So again, now what is happening for G1 combination along with G2, G3?
Multiply, sir. Multiply.
Good.
Multiply.
Goal is what? I have reduced this complete. See, this complete diagram has been replaced to a single block which involves the same equivalent thing. Understood? So I can write this as G1 into G2 plus G3.
G2 plus G3.
So I hope you got a understanding the meaning of these rules what we are following now, everyone.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this complete, see, we need to reduce the area as much as possible, and we need to do, see how you did network analysis. Analysis you did, right? You went through with KCL, you went through with KVL, you went through with mesh analysis, then you went through with source transformation, you had theorems. So all techniques we implemented for what purpose? Ultimate goal was to get a reduced network. Same way here also. So if it is a complicated system, I need to make it to a simple system. For that purpose, we are using this block diagram technique. So is this first four rules are okay with everyone? Moving a point. See, this depends upon the situation. Not every time we are going to use all the things. Okay, seeing the question, you will understand. So that time you'll think away what is the way we should proceed. So is it fine with the first four rules to everyone? So if you move the breakaway point further, means ahead, you should multiply with 1 by G. Same way, if you do reverse operation, you should multiply with G. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that ends your four rules. Next, coming to summing point rule. So at the beginning, I showed something called summing point. See, always remember what diagram is there, what equations we got, whatever alteration I'm going to make towards my right hand side, ultimate output should not get altered. That is the agenda. Okay. Now look at here. The rule number 5 says moving summing point ahead of a block. So moving the summing point ahead of a block. Look at here. Summing point is here. Ahead means front and the artha. So this should come here. So if you move this here, there should not be alteration to my output. So what is the rule you are going to follow is this, will tell you. So look at here. A is one signal, B is one signal. Since both are having plus plus, I have given A plus B. Then this A plus B combination is given to G. So what is the thing now happening? A plus B is one block, G is one block. So it means what we should do? Which rule will apply now? Which rule will
Combining
apply?
the blocks in cascade.
Good. So it means the two block will come to cascade block. Sarinappa. So that is why after multiplication you got AG plus BG as this part. Is this part LHS is okay? Shall I compare with RHS now? Is it okay?
Yes,
Shall I proceed? Yeah. So now look at here. Moving summing point ahead of a block means I am moving this summing point front. Look at here. It came front now. So once you move that front, then automatically you have to multiply G block to this B signal. Why we should multiply? If you won't multiply, then ultimate answer is not going to be matched. Correct? If this G was not there, directly B is coming. Here AG is coming. So combination will give you B plus AG. That is going to mess up with my original data. For that purpose, we have to multiply one G block to my B signal so that I'm going to get BG as output here and AG from here. If I add, it will be AG plus BG, same like my first category. Is it fine to everyone?
So can you repeat once again, sir?
Yeah, I will repeat. So I hope I made the first four rules okay with everyone. Shall I proceed to fifth one? Yeah. So now fifth one, what I'm discussing is with respect to summing point. So how we went through with with respect to your breakaway point, same way we have deal with summing point. So moving the summing point ahead of a block. Ahead means further, means it will go front side. So when to move all this will come to know when you solve the problem. Just keep an idea first. So now the logic is this is my two signal. A is one signal, B is one signal. So it is given to summing point. Both are having plus plus. So I can give it as A plus B. Assume that this B was minus, then you should have given A minus B. That's it. So I told summing point is a device which used to add or subtract two or more signal. So what is the output from this? I got A plus B. Now there is one single block called G. So AB is one block, G is one block. Both are in which form?
Cascade, sir.
Good. Cascade. It means I should multiply. So A plus B into G is nothing but what? AG plus BG. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So now inputs are AB, output is AG plus BG. Now the rule is if I move this summing point ahead, you should make sure that output remains same. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So now what has happened? This summing point went here. Look at here. The summing point came front of this G. So this G was there. No, it came front. So if we keep this in front, assume that this G was not there, then B is coming directly to the summing point, and here combination of AG series will come here. So ultimate answer will become what? B plus AG. Is it matching with the original one?
No, sir.
For that purpose, we are supposed to give some alteration here, such a way that the output should not get degraded. So for that purpose, if we move any summing point ahead, I should multiply a block called G, then it will matches my both the diagram. Is it okay? So this diagram is same as this diagram. That is the meaning. Okay, now? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's move on to sixth one. Moving a summing point before the block means, so if it is here, I want to move that before. That is what the meaning of before a block. So look at the scenario now. A is given input directly to G, so I will get output as AG. So B is separate output. So combination of this is AG plus B. Sarinappa. So this is the output now. So if you move the summing point behind this block, then this AG plus B should not get degraded. Correct? So for that, what I should do? I should do 1 by G multiplication to my B input. If you do that, do you get AG plus B? Just verify once and tell me, is it matching? Is it matching? So summing point, we have taken backside. So it means it's 1 by G. Can anyone guess what is the difference between your rule number 3, 4 to 5, 6?
Sir, it's reverse, sir.
Good. So it is happening with respect to reverse order.
Yeah.
Katappa. So moving summing point before the block is same as what? is same as your moving the branch point ahead. Kantidya? So this 1 by g concept is coming for summing point reverse category. And similarly, your rule number 4, which we take multiply by g. So same thing, summing point ahead. If we take the head, multiply. So it's reverse concept. Whatever branch point you are doing, that opposite you should do for summing point. So is it fine to remember summing point and branch point rule to everyone? So is this first 6 rules are okay with you guys? So you should remember these things by writing once. So because in the problem, they won't tell you that you should implement summing point rule, breakaway point rule, series rule, parallel rule. They'll just give one block diagram. I will show you how it looks later. Then from that, you should judge what rule, if I apply, I should get one single block. From that, I should get my transfer function. That's it. That is the agenda of solving any problem on block diagram. So is it fine till here to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So coming to next, rule number 7. So interchanging the summing point. So you can have an rules. So where you may face such kind of things in the problem, where you want to do some alteration such a way that I should interchange my summing point also. So look at here. So summing point, 2 summing points are there. So first summing point is having an input a and b. So I got a plus b. Okay. So what about second one, guys? There is one more, but you can look at the minus symbol there. I told you, right? Whichever signal is given to that, whether it is plus or minus, depending upon that, you are supposed to write. So from this, we can clearly mention a plus b is a first category. So I'm giving one more new signal called c to a new summing point with subtraction. So what is the thing I'm doing? First 2 signal I'm subtracting with third signal. So the equation is a plus b minus c. Okay with this? The first category.
Yes, sir.
So now we have to interchange these two such a way that the output should not get degraded, right? So look at the what has happened. So interchanging has happened, right? So you can see this as came first and this came second. So if we do this first, a minus c. Okay, Nappa. Then ultimate goal is to what? To get a plus b minus c. So what I should do? I should get plus b means I should connect new summing point which is having addition to my b signal. If I connect this way, is it same like first one? Is it a plus b minus c? Here also a plus b minus c. Arthat in raw. You understand 100% when you solve the problem, but you should be knowing, right? To solve the problem, you should be knowing if the scenario comes like this, then how to proceed with the problem is what we are learning now. So interchanging of summing point, any doubts, anyone? So you can swap these two, but ultimate output should not get degraded. Is it okay to everyone? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
So coming to rule number 8. Say told there are 11 rules, out of which the first 9 rules are general rules, and rule number 10 and 11 that will keep at the end because they are called as critical rules. So we solve some critical cases in model number 1. So that will come here. That will keep at the end. So first we'll try to understand how to solve the problem. So coming to next, splitting of summing point. The summing point means it is not only having 2 things or 2 signals. I can mix more than 2 signals, I told you. So addition or subtraction of 2 or more signal. So look at this summing point. It is having 3 signals. A is given to plus, B plus, and C is given to minus. So it means A plus B minus C. So 3 summing point are in one block. If we have to make splitting, a separation of the summing point or combining the summing point, we have to follow this rule. So what this rule says? So there is a signal A plus B. So it means it is clearly telling that A and B can be together because it is having same plus plus. That is what done here. So they have splitted this and they are given one more, like earlier case you did know, same diagram. You can look at this diagram and this diagram. It's same. The cursor what I'm moving. Is it okay with this splitting of summing point? If you have a summing point like this, which is having more than 2 signals, so then I have an option to split. So split it is what required for few problems that we'll see later. Is it okay? Everyone, is it okay, guys? Shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after knowing the splitting of summing point, the last major things to be known is this. So this is very, very important with respect to your feedback loop. I hope everyone went through with a concept called closed loop system at the beginning. Your classifications of your control system in the 2 types we went through, open loop and closed loop. So I hope we differentiated clearly between open loop and closed loop. Can anyone give me a few examples for open loop and closed loop, real-time examples? Open loop system examples. Yeah.
Coffee maker,
Coffee maker.
microwave oven,
It's all belong to which one? Open loop, huh?
sir.
Yeah,
Open
open loop. Good.
Open loop,
Yeah, others. Closed
hand
loop.
dryer,
Hand dryer. So what your friend is telling, it's all a part of your open loop where there is no feedback, right? See, in hand dryer, the time is fixed. It is working on time basis. So if you place your hand to hand dryer, how much or second it is going to be fixed. Whether you have to place your hand once and remove it, it will be keep looping till then. Whether your hand is dried or not, it is least bother. It is not going to tell you that your hand has not dried. Keep it back. That is called feedback. So such kind of things is not there. That is why it is a part of your open loop. Agree? So one example for closed loop. I told if you're not talking, mute yourself. So whenever you want to talk something, unmute. Otherwise, it's not required because it is creating a background noise and it will disturb everyone. Yeah, one example for closed loop.
voltage signals,
Automatic electric
Voltage,
iron.
automatic electric iron. Good. Before that, one more was given. What is that? Yeah.
Voltage regulator.
Voltage regulator. So we have an option right with you. So wherever, see, simple logic, wherever you have an option that feedback is given back to you, it is called as a closed loop. So the remaining will become example for open loop. Okay. So same scenario, if you find such kind of things in your diagram, you can see there elimination
Yes,
of
sir.
feedback loop. Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. Someone is removing from meeting, sir.
Is it Preeti 93? Just one second, just one second. Yeah, Preeti, now check out. I hope you can't be logged out now.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So screen is visible, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the last set of which we have to know before the critical rules. So the 9th rule, the last one says elimination of feedback loop. See, whenever you see a block in parallel with H, so this H is called as a feedback loop. Okay. So for this, if we connect any summing point, so if you find such kind of scenario, I can reduce it to a single block with this formula. So this formula you should be remembering carefully. Okay. So this G divided by 1 plus GH. So this is what the formula you should make sure to eliminate this feedback loop. So this scenario diagram, you remember, if you find this is called as a loop, okay, feedback loop. So this complete system can be reduced to a single system with help of this formula G divided by 1 plus GH. G is called as a block and H is called as its response and nothing but a feedback. So is it fine till here? So you remember the 9 till 9, then we'll go with the next part. So we'll show one simple problem now, then we'll understand the things better way. So is it okay till here to everyone? Rule number 9.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move on with a small example, guys. So that will tell you a clear picture. So now you can look at this is how the questions will be. So a simple circuit we have taken so that we will understand. Look at the question. Reduce a block diagram and find T of S, nothing but transfer function for the system shown below. So this is a system. You can see R is there and you have a C. So this complete diagram is your system now. So inside that, what all the combinations you have learned in a rule that we have to implement. Then we can go ahead and get a transfer function. Yeah. So by seeing this diagram, I want answers from you now. What are the possibilities we can do? You just look, observe the circuit first.
Feedback, sir.
Good. You can't eliminate the feedback unless until this point is there. You can look at this, what I'm moving cursor, guy. So this, guys, can you make out? If this point was not there, then this feedback could have eliminated. Understanding now? So what rule will come now? What I should do? Which rule will follow? So this is like your
G2 and G3.
You're going to add G2 and G3? No, you can't add G2 and G3 unless until this point. See, in between G2 and G3 there is G1. You can't add like that. That is where we told rules to be followed. So if this point is move ahead, look at here. If this breakaway point is move ahead, then this will become free and this will become free to do the operation. Agree with this? Agree with this what I told everyone? I'll repeat, listen carefully. Look at the diagram, observe the things carefully. If this wire, you can see this wire of G3, if this was not there, as your friend told, we could have done this elimination of feedback. That is rule number 9. But now it is not possible because of this presence of breakaway point. Similarly, I can't add G2 and G3, even though it look like parallel. See, unless until this G3 is between G2 and G, I can't add because this is given here. Can you add directly? Because G1 is there in between that. So we can't do. There comes your rules, what we learned just now. Is it okay with this question, everyone? I have just given a simple example now. Have you got the question? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now you tell me what we should do. So this is your breakaway point. I need to move ahead. So which is the rule number? What is the rule number called as? Rule number?
3.
Good. 3. So breakaway point, you are moving ahead. Means what will happen here? What I should multiply?
1 by G1.
1 by G.
So that is what this. Look at here. Can't draw. I have moved this here. So then what I should multiply? So I should multiply the term from where I'm moving. So this is the term which I moved, right? So behind this I moved means I should multiply with 1 by G1. That's it. Is it okay? So let me draw here. Paint is visible, guys? Paint is visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Just one sec. ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆಪ್ಪ? Visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maintenance time na?
Yeah. So G1 is here.
పొద్దున్న సాకే అంత దుడ్ల సాకే.
See, I told if you're talking to me, then mute yourself. Understand why I'm telling. So this is a point. Okay. So this is where my G3 is there. Correct, guys? Okay. So G1 is here. G2 is here. The scenario is, so there is a loop here. And this is given to a summing point. I'll just write a rough sketch. And here you have a summer. These two are connected. So this is how the problem look like, right? So if you are moving this ahead, so then whatever things are there, that has to be multiplied to this as 1 by G1. Cut up. So if you do that, what is going to happen now? See, I will keep the thing as it is. Let me show separately how it looks first. So it's 1 by G1, then multiply with G3. So I hope it's visible what I'm writing, guys, everyone. Can't see the pa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will retain the remaining terms as it is. Look at there. So now this is my G1. See, I have moved my summing point from here to here. If you move the summing point from here to here, you're supposed to multiply with this term, that is 1 by G1. So then it look like this. Correct? So now what is the thing? How it looks? Is it series or cascade parallel? These two blocks.
Series. Sir.
Series. So what is the single block answer now? That becomes G3 divided by G1. So this is going to be one single block. So this is what you are seeing in that diagram. So I think again it's not shared. One set. Yeah, is it visible now? I hope everyone got how we got this G3 by G1 now. Is it clear, guys? The step number 1. See, you should follow step by step. Then only you can expect full marks. So now, is this a new diagram? Look at here. This is one part. This is one part. So now again, these two are free. So you can do this two parallel addition. And this is your feedback. And again, that to become what? Am I audible? Is it visible,
Yes,
guys? So you got what we did. So after moving the point from here to here as I show in the paint, so this become G3 by G1. So now this block and this block are in parallel. Yes or no? See, whether you want to do feedback first, it's your wish, not a problem. So few will tell that I will do feedback faster. Do it, not a problem. Next will tell I will do this one as faster. Not an issue. See, ultimate thing, I should get a transfer function. It will get same answer. Whether you do feedback elimination first or parallel elimination first, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. But only the sense is here. If I move this, then only I can do the remaining steps easily. Okay. So here they reduce it, the feedback path. So I told you the formula, right? So G divided by 1 plus G into H is a formula. Since G is replaced with G1, it becomes G1 divided by 1 plus G1H. Is this okay with this? How the reduction of feedback happened?
Sir, but before the feedback, should we move the summing point, sir?
Why you want to move summing point here? Combination of this itself is feedback path alappa. Look at rule number 9. See here. Is it like this? So for feedback path, there should be a block H and a summing point. This combination itself is what single block what we're talking. No need to move any summing point here. Feedback path consists of summing point. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So that same, see how it is, same way it is there. Okay, na? So that is why we apply the formula. So the formula was G divided by 1 plus G into H. So since this G replaced with G1, so I can write G1 divided by 1 plus H into G1. That is how you got the new block. And parallelly, you are not supposed to do two steps. You're not going to get marks. ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ they are not going to give full marks for you. So you need to show each steps at a time. You can show only one. Is it fine? That is why I wrote step number 2, reduction of feedback path. This is done. So now step number 3, you can see number is also written. So what is this now? So you can see a statement has been written. G2 and combination of this are in parallel. So we can add and to make it as one single block. So what is the answer for this now? It becomes G2 plus G3 divided by G1. Sorry and wrong. Is it how it looks? Is it how it looks? Am I clear to everyone?
Yes,
So now again,
yes,
what rule you have to apply? Again, what rule you have to apply? Both are in which category? Rule number?
Cascading rules.
Good.
Yes,
Rule number 1. See,
Series.
you remember that rule numbers with your mind, then it will be very easy for you which rule you have to apply and the automatic will do. So again, this to become cascade. So this to become 1. You can look at here a multiplication and become as a one block. So that I want from this is what? This is not the end. So reduction of block has happened now. Second question is find the transfer function T of S. So yesterday I told you the formula, right? Output by input. Look at here. Output by input is equal to this much. Can't see the So here LCM has been taken. So this has been simplified. If simplification is possible, do it. Otherwise, you can keep this itself as a T of S. So I hope everyone got the way to solve a problem. Any difficulties? Anyone with this? See, I just showed on simple problem to make you to understand what rules we are following and how to apply the technique. So is this first problem clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So it will be for 8 marks. So depending upon the complexity of the network, the marks will be keep increasing. So I hope that made the things clear. So any difficulties, anyone till here, you can ask. Otherwise, we can end the session. Any difficulties, anyone?
No, sir.
Fine. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow then. So take care, everyone. Bye.
Sir,